Good morning, sir. I am Louis Browne. I'm instructed by Jonathan Wall of Burton Copeland solicitors on behalf of the Fire Officers Association. The Fire Officers Association, the FOA, has a current membership of around 1,200 and represents mainly those in middle management roles. It is one of the two nationally recognised unions for fire and service personnel. Whilst we of course represent the interests of the union as a whole, our particular focus at this stage is on two of its members, Richard Welch and Lee Drawbridge. Richard Welch is the borough commander for Lambeth, and he arrived at Grenfell Tower shortly before 2 a.m. on the night of the tragedy. He assumed the role of incident commander. He designated the fire as a major incident. The role of sector commander was performed by Deputy Assistant Commissioner Lee Drawbridge, and Mr. Welch was then appointed fire sector commander, a role which he held for about 10 hours. It was his duty to constantly reassess the incident as it developed, the formulation of strategies, and the deployment of resources, including firefighters. Mr. Drawbridge was tasked with the duties of sector commander, command support, and he remained at the scene of the tragedy until about 4 p.m. that day. Can I briefly say a word about collaboration, please? We will look to collaborate closely with both the London Fire Authority and the Fire Brigades Union, wherever possible, with both of whom we share many common interests. And we will cooperate with them in a manner that will avoid the duplication of work, resources and time. Can I then deal, please, with some discrete issues?
Yes.
Disclosure. We adopt and repeat all that has been said on that. We would respectfully seek a disclosure in a structured manner as soon as reasonably practicable. Broader issues of disclosure, we agree with Mr. Seward and the position he sets out in paragraph 11 of his written submissions. And we would welcome the use of the relativity platform, with which my instructing solicitors have considerable familiarity, given its usage at the Hillsborough inquests. So far as the structure of the inquiry is concerned and the phases, we would respectfully adopt entirely all that was said by Mr. Welsh, Queen's Counsel, on behalf of the London Fire Authority, and in particular the vital need for Phase 1 to include the ability of firefighters to deal with the rationale for their decision-making, in part the stay-put policy. So far as the questioning of witnesses is concerned, looking farther forward, so we agree that prepared questions should be submitted in advance, but would ask, please, that appropriate flexibility be given in due course. So far as written statements are concerned, we adopt and repeat what was said by Mr. Seward insofar as any supplemental witness statements of key witnesses are concerned. And finally, can I also say we share and endorse Mr. Seward's submission that both firefighting unions will do everything within their power to ensure that your inquiry answers the questions that demand answers, unless I can insist further.
That's very good. Thank you very much.